Hello and welcome to the 7th in this series of video yoga classes. I hope you're all keeping well and feeling good and are ready for another class. Okay, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about Abhyasa and Vairagya, which I have talked about in my normal classes in the past, but I just thought I'd bring this up again. I find it quite an interesting concept. Abhyasa is a Sanskrit word meaning practice, the will to repeatedly align and realign attention to the present moment. So it's gradually drawing the mind back centrally into the present. Whereas Vairagya is the will to experience without reaction, which is the willingness to let a phenomenon arise without reacting to it, which can be interpreted as letting go. So Abhyasa, repeatedly aligning the mind back to the present, so that's focus really, that's learning how to focus. And Vairagya is letting go, not letting things affect you, not reacting to things as they occur. So they're kind of yin and yang really, they go together. And I think this can be looked at as being a kind of dance between focus and letting go, and I think that describes yoga quite well. Yoga can be looked at as a dance between focus and letting go. So you can think of this as being related to the breath. Focus is the in-breath, drawing the breath in as you draw the mind in, back to the present, and release and relaxing on the out-breath, so letting go on that out-breath, focusing on the in-breath, letting go on the out-breath. So we're going to try and bring that into the class a bit today. Okay, so first of all, don't forget you'll need a strap, so an old dressing gown belt, an old tie if you haven't got a proper yoga strap. Okay, and now if you just want to come into Shavasana, lie down on the mats. So feet hip width apart, falling gently out to the sides, arms down by the sides, palms facing the ceiling. And you can just start by rolling your head gently from side to side. Just let go of any tension in your neck. And then come back to centre. Now take a nice deep breath in and sigh it out. And a nice deep breath in and sigh it out. And one more nice deep breath in and sigh it out. Now just allow your breath to come back to normal. And take the in-breath as drawing your mind into the present moment. And the out-breath as just letting go into your mat. In-breath, draw the mind into the present. Out-breath, release. And now just let go of that, draw your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, rock a bit from side to side. And back to centre, take your arms out wide at shoulder height, breathe in, as you breathe out let your knees fall gently over to the right, keeping your shoulders firmly on the mat. You can turn your head to the left if you like, you can take your right hand to your left thigh to add a bit of weight to the twist, and then come back to your breath. In breath, draw the mind back to the present moment. Out breath, release, let go. And then at the end of the next breath, release the hand from the top of the leg. On the in breath, draw the legs back up to centre. Out breath, let them fall gently over to the left, shoulders firmly on the mat. Head turns to the right if you like. Left hand on top of the right thigh if you like, and then back to the breath again. In breath, draw the breath in, draw the mind inwards at the same time. Out breath, release, let go of the breath, let go of your mind, let go of any thoughts. And release. In breath, draw the legs back up to centre. Take your hands to your knees, take your knees in big circles. And change direction.
and back to centre. Slide your hands down the outside of your shins, take hold of the outsides of your feet, draw your knees into your armpits, take your feet up towards the ceiling, into Ananda Balasana, happy baby. In breath again, draw the breath in, draw the mind in. Out breath, release. So allow your back to release along the mat. Stay with your breath. Try not to let your mind wander through this practice. Release, draw your knees into your chest again, give them a nice tight squeeze, rock a bit from side to side again, and back to centre. Place your feet down by your buttocks, big toes pointing inwards so the outsides of your feet are parallel, arms down by the sides, palms downwards. Now we're going to go through the Setu Bandhasana flow, so it's going to be an in-breath on the mat, out breath pressing the belly button down to the mat, lifting the pelvis, in breath, arms up and back, out breath as you peel the spine back down the mat, bringing the arms forwards. Okay, so when you're ready, a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, press your belly button down to the mat, lift the pelvis. In breath, arms up and back. Out breath, arms come forward and down as you peel your spine gently down the mat with the tailbone coming down last. In breath on the mat. Out breath, press the belly button down to the mat, lift the pelvis, arms up and back. Out breath, peel the spine back down the mat. Sorry, I got that wrong. We'll try that again. In breath on the mat. Out breath, press the belly button down to the mat, lift the pelvis. In breath, arms up and back. Out breath, arms come forward as you peel your spine gently down the mat. We'll do that one more time. In breath. Out breath, press the spine down to the mat, lift the pelvis. In breath, arms up and back. Out breath, arms come forward as you peel your spine gently down the mat, and then just release, just let go into the mat here for a few breaths. And then draw the knees into the chest, rock a bit from side to side, roll over onto one side, and then come up to a seated position. So, take your strap or your dressing gown belt, take it around your feet, around the balls of your feet, strap in each hand, lift the crown of the head, lift the sternum, flex the feet, so nice strong legs here. Breathe in and lift, breathe out, chest towards your toes, walk your hands down the strap. In breath, lift a little, out breath, chest towards your toes, walk your hands down the strap. When you've gone as far as you can, just release the strap, let your hands fall wherever they are. In breath, just lift a little, out breath, release into the position. This is Paschimottanasana, forward fold. In breath, draw the breath up the back of the spine. Out breath, release into the forward fold. In breath, draw the mind inwards to the present. Out breath, release and relax. Keep the legs strong with the feet flexed. And release. Move the strap out of the way, take your hands behind you a couple of inches with the fingers pointing forwards. On an in-breath, lift the pelvis, flatten the feet along the floor. Nice straight line, reverse plank. And release back down. So come to a comfortable cross-legged position, Sukhasana. And sit comfortably with a tall, relaxed spine. Choose a positive quality that you'd like to develop. So perhaps honesty or calmness or restfulness, any positive quality that you'd like to develop in yourself. Now inhale slowly and deeply. Imagine the breath filling your lungs and the whole body with that quality. Starting at the feet and culminating at the point between your eyebrows. Hold the breath, just gently hold the breath for a few seconds and focus at that point for as long as is comfortable. Feel that you're burning up all the negative thoughts in a blaze of brilliant white light. And then exhale forcibly, expelling this forever from your body and mind, any last vestiges of weakness and negativity. So in breath, fill your body with that positive quality from your feet up to your Ajna chakra, that point between the eyebrows. Hold the breath for a few seconds, burning brilliant white light. And then exhale forcibly, getting rid of any negativity. Again, breathe in, drawing in the breath, allowing the body to fill that positive quality from your feet up to the point between your eyebrows. Hold the breath, feel it burning with a brilliant white light at that point. Exhale forcibly, exhaling any of that negativity. And then just sit quietly with your eyes closed just for a few breaths. And then come over onto your hands and knees. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and then just walk your hands forward maybe 6 inches or so. And as you rock your hips gently back a little, draw your chest down towards the mat. You may need to adjust the position of your hands. This is Utthita Shirshasana, the extended puppy, as it's sometimes known. And so just drawing your chest down towards the mat. Don't worry if you don't go the whole way. Drawing your hips backwards a little. So just a gentle bend of the back here. In breath, draw the mind in, focus. Out breath, release into the pose. Try not to collapse the arms too much here. And then lift yourself up, back up to the kneeling position. Take your right hand out, take your left foot back with the foot flex, stretch across the diagonal. Really feel that stretch right across the body. And release, left hand out, right foot back with the foot flex, stretch across the diagonal. And release. Right hand out, left foot back, foot flexed, bend the leg at the knee, reach back, take hold of the foot. On an in breath, lift the chest, lift the sternum, press the foot into the hand. And release back down. Left hand out, right foot back, bend the leg at the knee, reach back, take hold of the foot. In breath, lift the sternum, press the foot into the hand. And release. Okay, so now come down on your tummy. Forehead to the mat, hands underneath your shoulders, elbows tucked into the sides. On an in breath, lift the head, lift the chest, come up into the Cobra, Bhujangasana. Nice big deep breaths into the chest now. In breath, focus on that point between the eyebrows. Out breath, just let go of any thoughts. And release. Make a pillow for your head with your hands. Take your left ear to the mat. Allow your ankles to fall out to the sides. Bring your forehead back to the mat. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. In breath, lift the head, lift the chest, back up into Bhujangasana. Nice, big, steady breaths. Keep the breath nice and steady. In breath, draw the mind inwards to the present moment. Focus on your Ajna chakra. Out breath, just let go of any thoughts. Just let them pass. And release. Again, make a pillow for your head with your hands. Take your right ear to the mat. Take your forehead back to the mat. Take your hands back underneath your shoulders. And push back to a child's pose. So knees apart, big toes together, forehead to the mat, hands down by your feet. And just release in this position. Let go of any thoughts, let go of any tension. Just release yourself into the mat. And gently lift yourself up, come back to a kneeling position. Breathe in, as you breathe out, drop the tailbone, lift the chest, chin to chest. In breath, lift the tailbone, drop the chest, lift the head. Do a few more of these in time with your own breath, just really opening the spine up now. And release, come back to a neutral spine. On an in-breath, raise the right hand. Out breath, thread it through underneath your left arm, bring your right shoulder and your right ear to the mat. Just take a couple of breaths there first of all. Then on an in-breath, raise the left arm. Bring the left hand back to the mat, push yourself back up to the kneeling position. On an in-breath, raise the left arm. Out breath, thread it through underneath the right. Bring your left shoulders to the mat, your left ear to the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. Let go. Then on an in-breath, raise the right arm. Bring that hand back down underneath the shoulders. Push yourself back up to kneeling position. Tuck the toes and lift up to a downward facing dog. So thighs moving towards the back of the room, chest moving towards your thighs, fingers spread nice and wide, pelvis lifting, no tension in the head and neck. Just check your position. And then slowly and gently just walk your feet up towards your hands and hang in a forward fold. If you like, you can cup opposite elbows with opposite hands, swing a little from side to side. Just let go of any tension. And then release the hands and slowly uncurl up to a standing position. So now bring your feet and your legs a little closer together. Take your arms a little behind you, swing them forward and up, and then sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Utkatasana, fierce pose, chair pose. So make sure you're tucking the tailbone under here, nice upright spine, gaze is up between the hands. In breath, draw the mind into the present moment. Out breath, let go of any thoughts. Keep the legs strong. Feel like the feet are moving apart there, so keeping the legs active. In breath, draw the mind to the present. Out breath, let go of any thoughts. And release down to the forward fold. Take your hands behind your calves. On an in-breath, lift up to a flat back. Out breath, draw yourself down into the forward fold. Lift the pelvis. Release the hands and again slowly uncurl up to a standing position. Okay, so come to Tadasana, big toes pointing inwards, outsides of the feet parallel. Activate the calves, the thighs, the glutes. Lift the sternum, roll your shoulders up and back, let your hands hang loosely. Chin slightly tucked so the crown of the head is parallel to the ceiling. Hands to prayer position. Breathe in and up. Look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and leading with the chest, swallow, dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the right, hold back with the left. Nice strong plank. Breathe out, knees down, rock the hips back a little. Keep the elbows tucked in as you drop your chest and chin to the mat. Ashtangasana. Breathe in, slide forward into the cobra. Elbows tucked into the sides, fingers spread nice and wide. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the right foot between the hands. Breathe out, forward with the left foot, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up and out, hands to chest. Go straight to the other side. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out, swallow, dive down, leading with the chest. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the left, hold back with the right. Breathe out, knees down, hips back a little, chest and chin to the mat. You keep your elbows tucked in. Breathe in, slide forward into Bhujangasana. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the left between the hands. Breathe out, forward with the right, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up and out, hands to chest. Just keep the eyes closed there, take a couple of breaths. And we'll go around that again with a variation. We'll do Rajaputtasana, which I just need to move this out of the way. I probably haven't got enough room. Okay. Hands to prayer position. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow, dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the right, hold back with the left. Breathe out, knees down, chest and chin down to the mat. Breathe in, slide forward into the cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog and pause. Just establish your downward facing dog, make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide. Then on an in-breath, lift the right leg. Breathe out, knee to elbow on the same side. And send it away. On an out-breath, knee to elbow on the other side, so a slightly twisted position. And send it away. Knee to elbow on the same side. And send it away. Knee to elbow on the left hand side and send it away. And then knee to the wrist crease on the right side and the foot up towards the left hand, and then just walk this back leg back a couple of inches. Come up on your fingertips and sink into the hips. Lift the sternum. Now you can either stay here if you like. You can come down on your forearms, and if you can still go a bit further, don't have to, stay here if this is as far as you want to go. Otherwise you can walk your hands forward, bring your forehead to the mat and release. Try and keep the hips level here and just release into the pose. In breath, draw the mind inwards to the present. Out breath, let go of any thoughts. Then walk the hands back in, tuck the back toe, send that right leg back, come back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the right foot, breathe out, forward with the left, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up and out, hands to chest. We'll go straight to the other side. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow, dive down, leading with the chest. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the left, hold back with the right, nice strong plank. Breathe out, knees down, rock the hips back a little, chest and chin down to the mat. In breath, slide forward into the cobra. Out breath, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift the left leg. Breathe out, knee to elbow on the same side. And then send it away. Breathe out, knee to elbow on the other side. And send it away. Knee to elbow on the left side. And send it away. Knee to elbow on the other side. And send it away. And now knee to wrist crease on the left side. Foot up towards the right hand. Walk the back leg back a couple of inches. Come up on your fingertips and sink into the hips. In breath, lift the sternum. Out breath, sink into the hips. And if you like, you can come down on the forearms. And if you want to go a little bit further but don't strain, you can walk your hands forward and bring your forehead down to the mat. Trying to make sure your hips are level. In breath, focus on the present moment. Out breath, release, let go of any thoughts. And then walk your hands back in, tuck the back toe, send the left leg back, come back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the left foot between the hands, breathe out, forward with the right foot, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up and out, hands to chest, close the eyes, take a few breaths here where you are. And you can blink the eyes open. And we're going to do a balance. We're going to do Garudasana, the eagle. We've done it recently, I know, but this is a pose that's very good for focus. So we're talking about focus and release today, so we're going to do Garudasana. Okay, so bring the weight into your left foot. Really visualise roots growing down from that foot so it's completely fixed to the earth. It won't move at all. Take the weight out to the right hand side. Lift that right leg high, cross it over the left, tuck the toes in behind the calf if you can. Raise the arms crooked at the elbow. Find yourself a drishti, find a still unmoving point to focus on. Cross the left arm over the right, wrap them round. If you can, bring the palms together. Take the elbows away from you and lift the hands and then sink into the hips. Focus on your drishti. Keep lifting the elbows, keep the hands away from the face, sinking into the hips. And release. So same on the other side. Fix that right foot to the ground. Really, as though it's encased in a concrete block and won't move at all. Lift the left leg, high cross it over the right. Tuck the toes behind the calf if you can. Draw your hips level again if you can. And raise the arms crooked at the elbows. Cross the right hand over the left and wrap them round. Sink into the hips. Lift the elbows, take the hands away from the face, focus on your drishti. And release. And then you can come down to your mat. Take a strap, come to a wide-legged position, take your right foot into your left thigh, take the strap around the left foot, take the strap in the left hand, sit facing forwards. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, turn to face over the outstretched leg. Take the strap in both hands. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, walk the hands down the strap, chest towards your toes. In breath, lift, out breath, chest towards your toes. And when you've gone as far as you can, release the strap, check your shoulders level, both buttocks are on the mat, and release into the pose. In breath, draw the mind into the present moment. Out breath, let go of any thoughts that arise. and release. Same on the other side, so take the right foot out, bring the left foot into the right thigh, put the strap around the right foot, strap in the right hand, sit facing forwards. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, turn to face over the outstretched leg, take the strap in both hands, adjust yourself if you need to. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, walk your hands down the strap, chest towards your toes. In breath, lift a little, out breath, chest towards your toes. Release the strap, let your hands fall wherever they are. Keep that right leg strong though, keep pushing into the heel, flexing the foot. In breath, draw the mind to the present moment. Out breath, let go of any thoughts that arise. Make sure you've got both buttocks on the mat, your shoulders are level. And then back to the breath. And release. Move the strap out of the way, come to the front of your mat, sit in Dandasana, hands down by your hips, sternum lifting, feet flexed, crown of the head lifting. Breathe in, raise the arms, breathe out, lower yourself back down to the mat. Now we're not coming into the Shavasana quite yet. Draw your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, rock a bit from side to side. Back to centre, take your knees in big circles. Change direction. And back to centre. Take the arms out wide at shoulder height. Breathe in, as you breathe out, let the knees fall gently over to the right. Again, shoulders firmly on the mat, head to the left if you like, right hand to left thigh if you like. In breath, draw the mind into the present moment. Out breath, release. Release the hand from the top of the thigh. In breath, draw the knees back up to centre. Out breath, over to the left. Left hand to right thigh, head to the right if you like, shoulders on the mat. In breath, focus on that present moment. Out breath, let the mind go. In breath, focus back to the present. Out breath, release, relax. On an in-breath, draw the legs back up to the centre, give them a nice tight squeeze, take one hand to each knee, send the knees away from each other in opposite directions, making small circles. Change direction. Back to centre, give them a nice tight squeeze in, and then send them away down the mat. And come into Shavasana. So, feet hip width apart, falling gently out to the sides, arms down by the sides, palms facing the ceiling. Breathe in, as you breathe out you can just roll your head gently to the right, taking the whole out breath. In breath, take the whole in breath to draw the head back up to centre. Out breath, take the whole out breath to go over to the left. And then a whole in breath back to centre. And then just release into Shavasana, just let go. Now we're going to try a practice called Nishkam Karma, which means acting without desire for the fruits of action. This attitude immediately generates a flow of surrender and serenity. Let go of proving to yourself or anyone else that, oh dear, excuse me, I'm not going to do that again, I'm sorry. Editing's not my thing with this, I'm afraid. I've already tried to do this class once before and failed because of a couple of editing problems. So you just have to put up with any mistakes this week, I'm afraid. So relax again, let go into Shavasana. Simply focus on doing the best you can do at the time. There's a moral in there somewhere. Concentrate on the joy your practice gives you. Feel that joy. Feel the joy, smile and radiate joy. Fill the room with your joy. See how different you feel and where your attention now is. No more worries, no more expectations, no more judgments. Behold, the sweetest of fruits is yours, pure joy. With that joy becomes relaxation and ease, and eventually the ability to go deeper than you imagined possible. Nishkam Karma, acting without desire for the fruits of action. Let go of proving to yourself or anyone else that I can do it. Simply focus on doing the best you can do at the time. Feel your joy. Feel the joy, smile and radiate joy. Fill the room with your joy. See how different you feel and where your attention now is. No more worries, no more expectations, no more judgments. Behold, the sweetest of fruits is yours, pure joy. With that joy comes relaxation and ease, and eventually the ability to go deeper than you imagined possible. Fill your body with joy, fill your mind with joy. And now let go of that practice. Just let your mind be still. Take a nice deep breath in and sigh it out. Take a deep breath in. One last deep breath in. And again allow your mind to be still. Sana Bhavatu, Sana Bhunaktu, Savirin Karavavaha, Tejasve Navaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavai. Allow your breath to deepen, small movements to come to your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, your wrists and your ankles, your arms and your legs, muscles of your face. Take your arms up over the head along the floor, have a good long stretch from the tips of your fingers down to the tips of your toes. And then draw your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, rock a bit from side to side. over onto your right hand side, staying curled up just for a few breaths. And then use your hands and your arms to come up to a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed if you can. I'm going to chant 3 ohms, shanti, shanti, shanti. You can join in if you like, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Breathe in for Om. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.